right, all right. All praise to the Creator. Thank you, Holy Father, for another day. Please continue to bless and protect us and destroy the enemies of the Creator, Heavenly Father. Destroy your enemies instead of us. Good day, good evening, and good night. This is a wake and bake, but this is a rehash, more importantly, of content that we put up already years ago. And so we might be going on 3 years now, if not more, about telling this story. And I don't know, it just never caught on yet. So we're going to keep on doing what we're doing. Let me put my face on it. Put my face on it, man. Yeah. So, all right. So we're going to go right to it so we can get to the news. Relax. So this is the untaught history of the blonde-haired, blue-eyed people of color. All right. And so this is exclusive research findings, meaning that I was not inspired, nor did I copy, or did I get any type of hints, help, anything from anybody else. Not a single soul provided any data or anything that would make me say what I'm saying today. This is exclusive Red Squid X research, and I'm happy to share it with you. Everything that I show on these presentations is not up for debate. It ain't no debate because I already debated within and debated with myself whether or not what I was doing was the right thing. So you're going to have to just trust me. When we think about blonde hair and blue-eyed people, typically people think about so-called Caucasians. When recently they had made it known that Caucasian ain't even an accurate term to call these people, right? I would say these are Nordics, right? And one thing about us here at Red Squid X, we don't promote or participate in any bigotry, prejudice, racism, or anything like that. And we talk about races freely: blacks, whites, yellows, browns, blues, greens, reds. And so that's because we already found out that it's like Sesame Street and a lot of lab babies. So we don't really cater to these temporary nationality identities that been recently cultivated or whatever you want to call it, pushed. And so we're thinking outside of the box. We treat everybody the same. And so people, I would say that these is Nordic looking people, right? I'll say that these are Nordic looking people because their eyes look like the icy blue icebergs, right? The mud truckers literally come from the coldest areas and they good with it, right? And so these people is like not tropical people. How about that? We're going to make it real simple for the world because you're listening to 30 years plus on the research. And so I read and heard and seen a lot. Just trust what I'm saying. And if you disagree, please, please, please say so in the chat or the comments so I can cut your ass out. I'm just saying it's a challenge. It should be a challenge. You know what I mean? That's why I say a lot of this stuff is not up for debate because I've been saying this for years and ain't nobody debated. So I guess it ain't up for debate. So anyways, the Nordics, right? Their ancestors, in my book, from my research, their ancestors is red-headed people. And the people that came before the red-headed people was white-haired people. And those people thrive in environments where there's little to no light at all. Well, actually, let's say no light at all. No light at all. The red hair is the little to no light, but the white haired people is no light whatsoever, right? And in the movie, let's go to the movie because Hollywood, we're going to go back and forth and show what Hollywood shown so people get the idea. So this is my idea that I'm speaking on. Like this right here, Yo was from the underground. Yo was from the underground. You know what I'm saying? He was from the underground. And look how he ain't got no complexion. No, his eyes is white. His hair is white. All right. And so now let's go to another movie. That's from The Time Machine. Let's go to I Come in Peace. Oh, man. I Come in Peace, the movie. So in the movie I Come in Peace, the so-called alien, that's what they showed him as. White hair, white eyes, and he a white man, so to speak, right? He not really white. You know, these people can't even claim white like that anyways, right? Because they would have to be claiming like, yo, this dude white, that's white. Let's not be confused. This is hard to call, what to call them, beige, pinkish, reddish, the red man, like, so but look what they're showing. So hold on, this is still another movie, right? In which they show these people. Now, the dude from I Come in Peace played an alien. But everybody else I'm gonna show you. They is from the underground. And so in this movie, I guess, I don't know, his eyes is white. His eyes are still white. They just, oh, they're yellow or some shit. I thought that was Tom Cruise for years, man. Straight up, I thought that was Tom Cruise for years, man. It looked like his dumbass when he played Lestat. So anyways, the point, right, is that he from the underground. He a alien, know what I mean? He from the underground. All right. And so that's the white-haired antiquity lesson right there. Let's show another concept. Shits. What? Let's show another no, we got it, right? We got it. So let's see. Let's get a guy that might be the most Julian Assange. That might be the most related is Julian Assange. Right. He represent that because he young and he got white hair, man. It's like he not even old. Right? He not even like an old elderly person, so to speak. He got that color hair. You know what I'm saying? And so that's proof that they do got a lineage, bloodline that go back that far in history to where it's like they somewhere else. And so look, shit, what's the man name? What's the news reporter name? His hair just like that. What's the news reporter? There's a news reporter. I'll just type news reporter with silver hair. Anderson Cooper. God dang all right. God dang all right. That's what I'm talking about. Anderson damn Cooper. That meatball ain't old at all. Come on, man. What the hell is that? What's that? People need to like just you know what I mean? Stop moving so fast. The world get people moving fast in ignorance. But if you just really stop and think about it, like, what is that? What is that? And you know what I'm saying? Man, it really is it's a true separation and difference. Because if the so-called Jewish satanic, the Jews, the satanic ones that say they not whites, y'all know about that? The Talmudic Jews claim to be separate from the so-called white man because they golems. So that's like, with these people, would they have silver hair among them too, or you know what I mean? When I was growing up, there was this dude named this. He was an actor. And that shit was like the first time I could say I seen that on somebody. This meatball had like gray silver hair as an actor. He in an action movie and everything. Richard Gere, right? This meatball. That don't even sound right. Or Richard Gere sound like an asshole. You know what I mean? Like the way they be doing things, they come up with pen names. You don't know who the F this guy is really. He could be related to somebody that's related to somebody. You know what I mean? He could be one of them. He could be related to Dan Anderson Cooper, man. And they are related to the meatball from the underground. And that's that lesson of straight from the underground. And the people in the rap, all they said was underground. Straight from the underground. We're from the underground. In the underground. What kind of music you like? I like underground rap. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I like the underground. Oh man, he from the underground. Straight from the underground. Like people were saying it with pride. Even on cave paintings when they were showing worms coming out the ground. But we talking about blonde-haired people, man. And, you know, they say Kim Kardashian is from a lineage of witches from Armenia. And they definitely had women on crosses back in the days. So, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not going to talk about her witchcraft. We talking about the collective, right? And it's just been something that's been going on. Look, Mary J. Blige came out in the 90s. Mary J. Blige came out in the 90s, man. She precipitated all these little thoughts that's out here singing now, man. Where my phone at? Man, listen, let's go. I'll check the chat when I'm done. Here it is. Well, look at all this style going on here, man. Dumb bitches, just straight idiots. You know, except for T-Bob's the only one I ain't gonna say I seen her as a dumb thought bitch. T-Bone was just one of them little titty bitches. Little titty ladies. We didn't even call them bitches back then. It was little titty, little shorty. Right? T-Bob's was tough though, but still she'll let you hit it. So it's like, oh, dive in. You know what I mean? Like, what you want to fight? You want to wrestle? But look, I don't see nothing in these other women that he got up here. Nicki Minaj, Stallion, and Big Head Bitch. I don't even know who this bitch is. I just know her head big than the mud chucker. And I don't see why they would even talk about this one over here at the bottom left. She was, and that the other dude, Aries Spears, man, look, they canceled. They did petty comedy or whatever the fuck they called it. Remember that scandal with the kids that they assaulted when they was kids was growed up and sued they dumbass. So don't watch nothing Aries Spears and this bitch Haddish. You know what I mean? She already look, she have a small head. You know what I mean? She have small head, man. Real talk, just like Lauren London. She have small head too. You know what I mean? So look, shit, and she out here doing petty shit. And they said Nipsey was a petty. And that shit was on the sealed documents and shit or whatever. Some white boy came out and said that Nipsey past was too dirty and the industry ain't had no use for him. He could try to be like he a superhero all he wanted and shit, but they got him anyway, right? Because he was, yeah, it's kind of like Who got the high moral ground to be able to judge on a thing? And so I'm saying, like, I came from out the 80s, 90s, 2000, well, not 80s and 90s, right? And so I seen how this had showed up on the scene when blonde hair was first used by a black female star. Like, that shit meant a lot because, like, damn, she really pushing the boundaries to the fashion, right? To, you know what I mean? And for real, it was Mary J. Blige. She started that bullshit, for real, in my experience. But you know what I mean? When the gay dude did it, we knew he was gay. Like the dude did it, he was gay. Like, you see how that's synonymous? But check it. That shit right there was part of the spell and curse, because that's not how to properly represent that if you're trying to say that it is connected to melanated people, right? And so we didn't know nothing about that to begin with. And so when we seen that, well, we already knew he was gay because he had the silver hair. He had the silver shit further on. And then nobody didn't care. You know what I mean? Nobody gonna buy his music. And to this day, people do not buy gay people music, man. Like, I don't know what them creatures, they don't understand how a human live. And so they think like, hey, let's make this and see if they like it. Like, no, bitch, like, what's wrong with y'all? Y'all weird. Y'all done made that little boy go crazy. Like, I knew that as soon as I seen Old Town Road, I knew that shit was something that was like, that was a plant. Let's look at whatever his name was. Lil Nas X, the meatball's named after one of these rappers. Hey, look, what the fuck that he was, listen. So they came out as soon as they showed him, but see, he wasn't acting gay. Lil Nas X had a female in the video he was with. He didn't say he was gay. It just was like he appeared to be a regular conscious African American male who had embraced this dumbass cowboy style. And I thought it was the dumbest shit in the fucking world. I thought it was the stupidest. I feel like it's a whole play or ploy or some shit. It's like something with the cowboy hats. Like, I'll never embrace that shit. Y'all can always miss me with the cowboy hat. But I'm not from over there, so I'm not trying to study that shit, right? And say, I would never say that. If that's their thing, that's they, you know what I mean? They got the freedom. But when they came out with the rap music with this boy who looked like he a dark-skinned male, right? And then what? He talking about something that is like, he over here saying, hey, let's embrace these white people stuff because that's gay. And even lying to people is gay. And even trying to deceive people for money is gay. And to think, like, if somebody say that he didn't give Billy Ray Cyrus a blowjob, then they might be gay because they trying to hide it. That motherfucker let Billy Ray Cyrus fuck him and shit. Now he gay. Remember, he was supposed to be the straight black cowboy guy. He had a girl in the video and everything, and she wore pink. He wore blue. She wore pink. They both wore the cowboy hats. And so I had called it back then. It was a coon hat, because you got representatives in the damn government with that dumbass hat because they from Texas. Don't nobody give a fuck about, like, listen, man. That's like if anybody from the East Coast, they got like a bandana of this or that. Don't nobody, like, a hat, bitch, no hat allowed in the building. Why you got a hat on? So everybody can just wear headpieces now. But they Texans, so we supposed to give a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck. That's just in their little world. Like, shout out to Texas though. Texas, let me not speak. Let's change it up, man. Texas definitely Texas definitely is shit, I don't know, man. Shout out to Texas though. I don't even know what to say, man. You know what I mean? What's the man? The man had take off, taken out. That's crazy. So, anyways, right, speaking of having people taken out, they go Lil Durk, his dumb ass is locked up. He's locked up. His dumb ass is locked the fuck up. And they say he was thrown in the hole for talking to people with an Apple Watch. The motherfucker still, what the fuck type of phone call sound like with this meatball? What he gonna say? He in jail for murdering people and getting them murdered and shit, calling the shots, little goddamn mafia boss and shit. Right? That's what you have hitters, have somebody kill people for them and shit, because they got that type of money. There's people that will pay for that. They fronting the money or something. I don't know what it is. But we went in out here without all that nonsense, because look what happened to him. Like I was watching a video the other day when it was talking about Drake and how he they lined up all his lyrics, how he killed Triple X Tentacion. Oh man, like what is he? He a small head. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Listen, man, I'm telling you about straight negativity. These people ain't never pushed nothing righteous for the people, but they got these right? They claiming like they for the people at the same time. Look, she got blue eye contacts with silver hair. You know what I'm saying? So that's like she like Storm and shit, right? From the X-Men and shit. But it's just an appearance, because really she behind bad. She was running Bad Boy. Look, that's people was having that shit, you know, there. Oh my lord, yo, Eve ugly as hell. The Eve rapper, I mean, ugly as hell. Jesus Christ. Like Eve ugly than a bitch though, son. Like I don't even know how to. You know how she got on the pit bull in the skirt. She was like, you know what I mean? He paid a whole grip for Stevie J and P Diddy, man. That shit is something else, man. It ain't like they started it at all. They just they the ones that was doing it behind the scenes amongst so-called celebrities from the urbanite culture situation. Listen, I mean, we don't even know who that man is, man. We don't even know who that man is, man. She didn't say shit about DMX. Like this shit was shit was fake, man. This shit was all fake. So that kind of abruptly gets us into this bill, which I feel is a little offbeat. Now on to the smart shit, y'all. So yeah, you know what I mean? The exclusive research is the fact that these are just patterns picked up over years of looking at particular photos from different regions of peoples and all that. And so like, yeah, yo, so here it is with this Asia on the left, right? That's Asia, and then you got Peru in the middle, and you got I think that's Tibet on the right. And so I think that's Korea on the left. Those are two Asian situations, but the one on the right definitely Tibet. And yeah, so both of them on either side, you see these people. They depicting black people with red lips and blonde hair, and they're in two different parts of Asia. The Tibet and Korea is what we've seen. Something like that. That's all of them, because I don't know if that's true about one of them. They could have been that could be Mongolia or something. I don't know. That's two parts in Asia, and they're totally different enough. And so then you got Peru, and it's like, what the hell did black people ever do to these people for them to be walking around wearing these black masks and shit like it's okay. See, that's the hidden knowledge amongst their people. So the secret amongst their people is that they know that they mocking black people because the black people was running things. Like that mask that's talking about Pacific Islanders, but only after the fact that there's been so much warfare going on. And so the reason why we know, like, oh, the Pacific Island people, like they rare people, the people was everywhere, but it's just now the little homelands and shit is where you'll see those people at, right? And that's why in the Pacific Islands now, you got it where that's the only place you'll find melanated people with blonde hair. But we know that they talk about Morris. Look, he got a red hat on, right? Blue eyes and everything. Like that's so. Look, why these light-skinned or these brown or these pale people having this tradition where this is the blackface that they do at Spain. This is the blackface that they do in Switzerland or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Them Nordic ways out there with black cakes and shit. Nobody act like we don't see that shit. Goofy, they goofy, right? But at least we know what we're talking about now. And they talking about the rulers who was on cat, and they had the drugs. They was pushing drugs. And then when you see them two women next to them people, like look at he got two women, two Asian white Becky's with them, Orientals. They was we know they was pushing women's. We know they was pushing women's. They got pictures of Moors selling these women. Right? They got pictures in America. They got pictures of all the places around the world got pictures of that. And so this is what they mocking them. They mocking them, saying they don't run. Like they basically is saying they a drugged out, fiend out member. Right? And so they're saying that that's what happened with black people. Black people lost control and we got overthrown. And the remnants is all that you see now. That's why people light-skinned it. They're more lighter than the dark skin because they've been tumble dried with some other races and shit over the generations. I mean, it's true, man. Shit, like people aren't dark black-skinned anymore that much. And I mean, and so when you see these depictions of blonde hair, that too is a rarity, right? That too is like an ancient remnant of truth that we can still see over but so much time. So here it is where these three different sources pretty much spanned a great deal of space. So Europe, the Americas, and Asia. Come on, man. Like if we trace where these dark-skinned people with blonde hair in Asia connect to, it'll be from Japan all the way to we can go to India. We can go to India with it. Yeah, from Japan to India or straight across, everything in between that is covered. Right. And then including India. And then when you can include India, you're connecting with ancient Kush, which is an African word. And so that brings Africa into the mix, whereas now everything in between that space between India and Africa is owned by Africa. Okay? Because we considered everything in between, and we know Africa is got antiquity over so-called Europe area. Right? And so when you see like what the size of Europe actually is, you'd be like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Weapon-wise, they couldn't be, come on, man. We wouldn't even tolerate them trying to say they're going to shoot missiles. They little village amount of space, right? And so that right there, even with a science, say that the oldest European was a blue-eyed, melanated person. So listen, man, you got these artifacts that's showing a whole scene that's not explained by any type of academia. Academia they don't offer anything for this. There's no one that did a study and explained it. It's just been out here for who knows how long. It's a picture of a picture in Germany. They say it's a tapestry called The Wild Men and the Moors. And it's just like, this right here is one of these clues, right, that is explaining something blatantly. And the details of something people wouldn't even make up and put out there. Right? When you look at the details, it's like, all right, some white supremacists, shadow government, MIB and shit wouldn't want this information out. Right? The rakes with technology wouldn't want this information out because it would be saying, all right, this connection. When you see dark skin and red lips and blue eyes and blonde hair, you're talking about a kingdom where they got a crown on their head, it's gold, and it ain't no Muslim crown because it got crosses on it, or what look like stars. And so, yeah, man, all the way to the big circle on the side of the head like a damn amphibian. So they saying they from the first people because their ancestors is amphibians, not not reptilians. But yeah, though there is some reptilians though, right? But the amphibians older, like we talked about that. That's what this ring hoop might be from, right? The big circle on the, you know what I mean? But anyway, so you got an ancient tradition, is my point. Here go multiple artifacts. This got blue eyes. If y'all can't zoom in and see, it got blue eyes. So this got gemstones or whatever in the eyes. See that as blue, red. Let you see it. And so from when people was looking like that to when people looking like this, tumble drying with other phenotypes over time, remaining whatever that we see today result. Well, yeah. That's wild. That's just like the dang on them Asian artworks, man, showing the eyebrows and the mustache. So all right. It look like it's on a cave painting. That's how far back the ish go. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, man, everything else from here on out is going to be reiterating that. This is like over there in Tibet, out there in Asia. And so this is different than the one that I showed earlier with the 3, but it's from one of them same areas. And you see that this is a common concept where they're talking about static like this. And it's personified as this very dark man and this very light woman, and how they get it together. And this goes back to the Buddhist artwork. And so the Buddhist artwork is talking about relationships between people on earth and heaven, right? People on earth and all this stuff. And so this is an Asian one, and you see like this guy where he is on top of the tiger with a bunch of heads and shit. So he running shit, right? He running shit. He got the beard, he got the mustache, the eyebrows, they blonde just like these pictures. And see, check it. The curls in the head is just like the lion curls found on the lions at the steps. So when you see the lions at them steps, they got hair curls just like that. And the statues got it too. So it's like, we're talking about that same culture. And so look how far back it go, right? Look how far back it go, and then look how much we can still see it today. And what we see today is proof. You know what I'm saying? That, you know what I'm saying, blonde hair, you know what I mean? And melanated people's skin. Look at the connection. So that she's in Australia in the middle. That picture on the left is from Europe. The picture on the right is from the Americas. So all right, you know what I mean? Yeah, there's something going on, man. Like there's some truth to that, and that's probably why Storm. See, Storm, she go back even beyond the blonde hair. Like I said, it's the white hair, and Storm got white to silver hair, shit, white hair. And so, yeah, you see his wife got it. We're gonna see it later on, but that's China, the Pacific Island, Europe, America, and Europe. But you see, I think that this Wildman and the Moors is really talking about Americans, and they just got it over there in Germany now, right? And we're supposed to believe that that's where it's from, but I think it's from Americans, but it could be from over there. But I say it's from America, and then so here it is where you see American art showing dark-skinned people with blonde hair in multiple places, right? This one's a good one because you see the red lips, the blue eye, you know what I'm saying? The blonde hair, dark skin. This is like off a ancient artifact on Easter Island or the Hawaiian, Japanese, and what do you call it? Them Samoan, Indonesia, like all those Pacific islands. And buddy, look, this from the same place. And what you got? The little chin, the protruding mouthpiece. You know what I'm saying? The nose right on top of that. Like they're showing the same thing. Related. They related. All right. So these people out there was wilding out, man. They putting blonde hair on these people, man. And so all right. We know that it ain't phony because you can see some people still got it. And so look, you see how his wife got white hair. And so the matriarch is older than any king. And if he got a crown and he a king, that means he's or under a matriarch because that's the original. And you see that she's so original or ancient, you know what I mean? Originally ancient. That's her hair white. So it's telling you who wear the pants, or not who wear the pants, but I'm saying who is, like, she still got rank and all this on a level that is stronger than his. And you can tell by their bloodlines. And they saying that even to the blonde hair, the white hair is more antiquity amongst people of color. And so that means that it worked the same for white people and black people, that people with white hair or the concept of having white hair is older than blonde hair and red hair. And what's after those? Black hair. So dude in the middle, he could be old though, no bullshit. He could be up there in age. But he do got like that shit don't even look real. It's like somebody put some shit on top of his head. Like, take this picture. I gave you $40, $30. Take that picture. That shit look fake, like about to blow off in the wind. But nah, respect to the Aborigine. No disrespect to you, man. Yeah, yo, listen, it's all good. That's what I'm saying. And so when we see these things, uh, you know what I'm saying, they kind of calling on that. It's not really originally uh there's more to it, man. It do need to be canceled, but the Egyptians wore wigs. So you know what I'm saying? White haired people. Yeah, they could have scratched that off, but you know, it could have been white too. They left it there. We could see it. And so in the movie Atlantis, they said that these people was white haired, blue eyed, with some melanin to them. And this movie came out in the late 90s. And all the people was basically melanated people. That they said was Atlantis, and they was protected by a bubble or some shit or something like that. It was anyways, man, the point is, right, is that they saying that the first blue-eyed people is black people by with their science. So they admitting academically that there ain't no more blue-eyed black people out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, where is that? What is to say to that when we see it, then what that mean? That they got a piece of code from the pre-Europeans. Because if they're not going to claim the underworld or another, you know, listen, they're not allowed to claim another planet. If they're not going to claim the underworld, then like that's what I'm saying. Those people that was on that nonsense, they should just claim where they from because they really, you know what I'm saying? Like Europe ain't but so small, son. Like Europe is like a piece of something, like an inlet, like a bay. Like, you know what I mean? You can't say that you came from there unless you was like a slime ball, came up out the ocean and crawled and started to transform and shit into some it like look like you start watching humans and start transforming into a human. I'm all right. That's it. I'm just saying, man, that's the end of the interview, man. It's the end of the damn slideshow, man. Salutes to everybody who made it through. You know what I'm saying? Hope CBS Network picked this shit up. You know what I mean? The ancient blonde-headed, blue-eyed people of color. Presentation with news commentary and reviews. W and B. You know what I'm saying? Let's take that W and B off. People shouldn't be knowing what time I wake up. All right. Anyways, now that was the presentation. Y'all leave comments. If you got any questions, if you question the logic, be honest about it. Be honest about it. Ask questions. Now we're going to go ahead into the second part of today's show or today's blog, this video log, this vlog. Second part of today. I don't know, man. Yeah. Let's do the news. Gavin Newsom is heading to Davos with plans to call out Trump. California Governor Gavin Newsom plans to call out President Donald Trump at the World Economic Forum. Newsom has been a vocal critic of Trump, who is also set to appear at Davos. Oh, shit, they got a convention, y'all. Davos, that he is heading for Davos next week. Trump's economic agenda betrays our nation, and it is not America first, but Trump first. Rewarding the favored, punishing the dissenters, and burdening the rest, Newsom said in a statement provided to Business Insider. At the World Economic Forum, I will forcefully confront these abuses and resolutely defend the principles to which California owes its economic strength: disciplined governance, world-leading universities, and boundless innovation, and an open embrace of global cultures. What? They about to move the capital to California, y'all. They're trying to say that they're the capital over there. As Trump undermines long-standing alliances, California will remain a beacon of stability and loyalty. To remain silent in the face of such wrongdoing is not neutrality, it is complicity, he said. Newsom, who's been a vocal critic of Trump, plans to call out President Trump during public speaking events and private meetings with business and world leaders. The governor's office said, oh man. So all right. Yo out here telling people what he doing before he do it, man. I don't know if that's smart. You know what I'm saying? They'll make planes crash, perhaps, against that guy. We'll know it if we see it. Khamenei captures 3,000 plus U.S. Mossad agents, triggering bloody Iran protests. How do you catch that? Oh, so he just round people up and said that's what they was. U.S. Israel agents operating in Iran, fueling unrest, captured. Iran claims terrorist cell behind a attack on Tehran police station dismantled. They sent Antifa over there, man. 60,000 weapons headed for the capital, seized and bust. 60,000 weapons. The most intense unrest in decades. Iran dismantles terrorist cell behind armed attack in Tehran. The group infiltrated the country through Iran's western borders and struck on the night. They had targeted the police stations. So they're saying that people came from another country and came in there and blended in and started a bunch of shit. The attack killed several police officers. They opened fire again during the arrest. One militant was killed. The others were detained. Said another organized cell inside also been dismantled. They said they claimed they intercepted 60,000 weapons bound for Tehran. Accusing U.S. and Israel. They said it was Mossad. So they blaming U.S. and Israel together. 3,000 U.S. Mossad agents. They tripping. That's crazy. So they said that him saying he wasn't worried reveals that he couldn't care less and dismisses concerns over his actions causing Americans to lose jobs. He said he's not worried. Yeah, I think it's over with, man. Jay-Z wins $120,000 judgment in lengthy paternity dispute tied to alleged son Raimir Satterwhite. Jay-Z has once again emerged victorious in a long-running legal dispute that has followed him for years. A California court has officially dismissed the latest claims tied to an alleged paternity case involving Raimir Satterwhite. According to Jay-Z, nearly $120,000 in legal fees and bringing renewed attention to a case that has repeatedly failed to gain legal traction. What? Awarding Jay-Z $120,000 in legal fees. Despite Jay-Z's incredible career and legacy, this paternity issue has plagued his identity for some years. The rulings mark another decisive moment in the saga that has traveled across multiple jurisdictions. In addition to generating widespread online speculation, while raising difficult questions about accountability, persistence, and the limits of the legal system when claims cannot be substantiated. While the paternity dispute has generated headlines over the years, it stands in stark contrast to the broader scope of Jay-Z's legacy, blah, blah, blah. The paternity dispute involving Jay-Z and Rymir Satterwhite has existed in various forms for more than a decade. Satterwhite, who has maintained that Jay-Z is his biological father, has repeatedly admitted to compel DNA testing through the courts. Despite those efforts, judges across several states have consistently ruled against reopening the matter. In the most recent chapter, Satterwhite apparently withdrew his lawsuit in July, offering little explanation for the move. While he previously framed his legal actions as a quest for truth rather than financial gain, the withdrawal came just as the court appeared poised to dismiss the case outright. So he dropped the case just as the courts was deciding on it, and they made him pay money. It said the court has carefully examined the motion and determined it is suitable for adjudication without oral argument. The court has carefully examined the motion and determined it is suitable for adjudication without argument. So they threw it out. Jay-Z's attorneys have consistently characterized paternity litigation as a prolonged campaign of harassment rather than a legitimate legal dispute. Let's see, man. Oh, damn, she got herpes like a bitch. It goes herpes. What the fuck is going on with this lady, dog? She got beat on. She got beat on, y'all. Oh, that's a severe case of the herp monster showing up. She don't call herpes over there. But nah, what's that look like a wound, like she got slapped in the face. So damn, in the mouth though, ain't nothing else wounded on her face though. You know what I mean? That's Levitt. She getting beat by her old sugar daddy. Damn. Pregnant Levitt. Pregnant Levitt. It appears the White House press secretary had fresh bruises on her lips, implying she's had recent lip injections, which is concerning since Levitt is pregnant. The bitch got fillers. Caroline Levitt asks, "Is that your grandpa?" And she poses with her older husband. What? What the hell? All right, so we're still doing commentary. So they said that's Botox, y'all. I thought she was getting beat on for it. I was gonna try to save that bitch life, son. Oh, ASAP Rocky's comeback album was it worth the 8-year wait? 8 years? ASAP Rocky, because I just I was wondering, like, ASAP, why don't I even hear ASAP Rocky? 8 years though, 8 years. 8 years, that's almost 10 years before he even did something. That's wild. Man, y'all. Yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up for the commentary section. Michael Rappaport slammed for a homophobic comment about Colton Underwood. Michael Rappaport is trash, man. He always was trash. And them people need to realize, people like that need to realize that it ain't nothing special about them. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing special about them, son. The way they was doing shit ain't the right way. Yeah. Straight trash. That guy trash, man. But I mean, look, for some reason he been around. Like, for some reason he don't do no movies. He don't do he just no stand up. He's just a guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, who the hell is Rappaport? What an idiot. Like, nobody care. I remember him from he begging to get a black girlfriend on Zebrahead. That's the only thing he's known for. And being Remy on the white supremacist Jew on Higher Learning, the movie. That character he played, the white supremacist, he shot Tyra Banks. We need to do something. We need to, like, I don't know, man. The genuine contributing to the lightening of people's. It's crazy that she got iced it. Damn. Yeah, boy, people getting iced, man. That's crazy. 23 minutes, hours ago. Iran cleric calls for executions, threatened Trump. Ayatollah Ahmad Khatami, a hardline cleric in Iran, on Friday called for the execution of protesters across Tehran as the government seeks to stifle demonstrations in the capital. Armed hypocrites should be put to death, Khatami said in a sermon carried across state radio. Khatami also offered pointed words from President Trump, who has said that execution of demonstrators by Tehran is a red line that, if crossed, could lead to military action by the United States. Khatami described the demonstrators as butlers. What? Khatami described the demonstrators as butlers of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Trump soldiers, accusing the two officials of disintegrating the country. And maybe there's some truth to that. They should wait for hard revenge from the system, but we do know that civilians got caught up in that stuff. They should want hard. They should wait. They should wait for hard revenge from the system. What? They should wait for hard revenge from the system. Who should wait? Khatami said of Netanyahu and Trump, per the AP, Americans and Zionists should not expect peace. What? Why Americans gotta be put like that with Zionists? That's not fair, man. That's not fair, man. Like, you can't just bunch Americans up like that, son. Because really, we'll beat your dumb ass up, man. Don't nobody give a fuck about a sheet wearing culture for real. Like, come on, man. The aliens ain't gonna support you, dummies. Wearing sheets and shit. Like, we gonna go back to wearing sheets now that America got, like, come on, man. They got no chance. But they're gonna talk shit. They're gonna group us up with Zionists. What about the Americans that's not with the Zionists? So he crazy. So America might as well go zap him up, bomb him down, right? And just get it started. Because Joe was out there talking about Americans and Zionists, man. We'll put Israel on them, son. Like, be used for something to keep them people at bay. To keep them people at bay. That's what them people is used for, to fight the animals that's out there, man. That's out there. Like, they need to be done. Like, look, it say that the Freemasons say that that's their little prophecy, their world war prophecy, that it'll be a war between the Muslim and the Christian. On Tuesday, Trump canceled talks with Iranian leaders and told protesters that help is on its way. He canceled talks with Iranian leaders. Why he ain't just talk with them? Iranian patriots keep protesting. Take over your institutions. Save the names of the killers and abusers. They will pay a big price. I've canceled all meetings with Iranian officials until the senseless killing of protesters stops. Help is on the way. Miga, my guy. Help is on the way, my guy. The president said any acts of violence against protesters will warrant a strong response from the U.S. Well, all right. Well, shit. So he should start this shit before the World Economic Forum. He should do something about them before the World Economic Forum when Newsom gonna talk shit, because then Newsom will be talking shit about a war president. Nobody gonna want to hear that. Nearly 50 Venezuelan soldiers killed in U.S. abduction of President Maduro. 50. They said they used 20 people to go in there. They're just doing their job, man. Trump on the why he kept prize from Venezuelan Machado. Russia on the brink of implosion as Putin's inevitable collapse looms. That sounds good. Them Russian protesters on the way. Iranian Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei is running out of road. That's for sure. It's over for him. It's over for him. So no more Shah. All right.